Sometimes I pray in this small room and thank God I'm breathing. And I pray we'll move out soon, 'cause I'm really wheezing. Sometimes in my schwitz I drown. And there is no room to move around. But when all my dearest friends surround, there just ain't no place I would rather be found.
'Cause all my life I've been waiting for, I've been praying for the rabbi to say that we don't have to crowd no more, and it's all paid for, and we're moving today. One day, one day, one day. One day, one day, one day.
Sometimes I lay awake at night and I dream of blueprints, and I think what it will be like when we're confined to the basement. Sometimes when I'm in the base with my neighbor's elbow in my face and I'm running out of personal space, I have faith one day we'll be out of this place.
'Cause all my life I've been waiting for, I've been praying for the rabbi to say that we don't need to scratch no more, and it's all paid for, and we're moving today. Oy vey, oy vey, oy vey. Oy oy oy, oy vey, oy vey, oy vey.
Cut! I don't feel it, guys. I don't feel it. The rabbi's not going to find this to be ernst enough.
This is not ernst enough.
This ain't ernst.
No? Heartsick? No?
Heartsick.
Nisht, huh? Yeah, I think. Start again. New song.
New song.
Scratch.
New song.
Scratch. Song without an introduction is like chicken soup without deluction. It's not about Averas, don't you worry. We'll sing about how our shul is in a hurry.
In our shul, we steig a lot. We come to learn at like 5 o'clock. When Shachwa starts, we're all on time. The trouble starts at 7:29. It doesn't matter what we're up to. We've got to go places to show up to. The Chazan's still davening on Sherei, but I gotta get going on the highway. But when I get into the hall, suddenly there starts a big brawl. Who's gonna leave and who's gonna stay? We gotta keep a minyan, go in order to pray.
I have a friend, his name is Boris. He wrote me up this little chorus. It breaks up the song so it doesn't get boring. Now we return to the recording.
Mike tries to get our wives to spend money. Aryeh sells wheat, it isn't funny. Halperin's biz is to guard the city. Bulow and Baxman sell rocks that are pretty. Zussman seniors have to open up the shop. We think Yaniv's some sort of secret's a cop. Dr. Z has to save a kid. Werther's doing taxes for a guy in Madrid. That just leaves the rabbi alone in the binyan, but he's holy enough to be his own minion.
To bail on chakras is ma'od lo noim. Makes us seem like a bunch of shkotzim, but Bob Kirschbaum is our saving grace. There's nothing that can budge him from his place. Go Bob! Go Bob!
Shabbos. Let's see. Marev 5:20, Mincha 6:40. So Kiddush this week, sponsored by Aryeh Zussman in honor of Mrs. Baxman. Shalosh Shudas, sponsored by David Susan in gratitude to the Almighty for bowling another perfect 300 game. Benos, yes, Benos is canceled this week. However, we are going to have Banims. Pre-K through 4th grade boys will be at the Treaster home. 5th grade through 8th grade boys at the Liban home. 9th grade through 20-year-olds at Menachem Zussman's home. 21 through 40-year-olds will be at the Schreiber's homes, and 41 and over will be at the, I guess, the Golumbek's home. The beer for the 21 and olders is anonymously sponsored by Mr. Barry Baxman. As the same with every week, he will be personally delivering it. We have a very special treat next week. We have our Carlbach Minyan, which will be taking place at the home of Michael Schreiber and led by Michael Schreiber. Additionally, there will also be a Malava Malka at Asaf Schreiber's home in honor of Mike Schreiber's Carlbach Minyan, sponsored by Mr. Eliezer Zussman. And finally, as many of you know, there has been a Jewish shul softball league for quite some time within our community. Kehilas Bais Yisroel will actually be joining that league this summer. The rabbi feels that joining this league would be a great opportunity for Achdus, both within our community and with our shul toward the greater community as well. It is very important that you all know that not everybody will be accepted onto this team. There will be tryouts. There will be some competition to get on our team. We will have a committee head by Mr. Menachem Zussman and Aryeh Zussman as well. And you'll have to pass a strict, rigorous physical exam in order to be placed on our team. It is not first come, first serve. You do have to meet up to our standards, as we do intend to be somewhat competitive within this league. But everybody is encouraged to try out, and I personally wish you all the best of luck.
The baseball is actually a Yiddish word. It means Bais, house Baal of the man.
Let me ask you a question. What would you do in this scenario? Imagine it's bottom of the ninth, bases are loaded, there's 2 outs, we're down by 1, and you're up to bat. So what would be your strategy in that scenario?
It's funny that you said, because I played 6 years of high school baseball. And,
so you were in high school for 6 years?
I played for 6 years, but I was in high school for like 7.
So
yeah, I didn't make the team all years. It's bottom of the ninth, the same scenario you just described.
Yeah.
We were down by 2, and the bases were loaded, and I came up and I hit a touchdown to the middle, over the field, the entire. I got 7 points for it.
Okay. I think I can.
First of all, that we have some people that come to our shul that are come from countries that are auspices of the crown, such as Eitan's from England and Gadi Levi from South Africa. We cannot interview these people for the team because they're going to think it's a game called cricket. And what do you do in cricket? You hit a ball, you run to a base, and then you run back to home plate. That's they're going to get out every single time.
Okay, I'm with you.
All right,
so is Eitan.
Yes. But not just them. Anybody that comes from a country that is under the auspices of Her Highness, the crown, or whatever you want to call it, you know, don't recruit any of those.
Got it. Important. Catching is very important in baseball.
Of course.
Right. So just imagine.
This is one of my specialties.
Let's go.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
I just gotta warm up.
Guys, one thing, don't hit the rabbi's car back there, okay? Don't hit the rabbi's car.
Yeah.
All right?
Sure. All right.
Okay. Yeah.
Rabbi's car.
Okay. Go deep. Ready? Go deep. Deeper. Nice. Okay. I like the effort.
Catch the next one. Catch the next one.
Gonna go catch over here. Come on, catch him. You're a ground ball.
If one could think back to pre-industrial Europe, think back about 200, 300 years ago. Before the Enlightenment, before Western civilization changed into the society we have now, before communism, before feminism, before all the different isms that we have in the world, what was the social structure like? People with money, power, strength, and might, they ruled. They ran the show, so to speak. What they wanted is what went. The people with the power, they determined the rules. Some people like to say in a snide, cynical way, those who have the gold make the rules. That's the golden rule.
Especially him.
They'll know that it's a place where the masculine identity rules still to this day. Now, recently we've seen that people have accused the NFL of being a hostile work environment and said that Richie Incognito has been quote-unquote bullying other professional NFL players and saying nasty things about. Of course this is what's going on. That's what the NFL is. And if people don't like it, they shouldn't watch the game.
Hold on.
Don't go around saying it's a hostile work environment. It's the silliest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Can I just look for a soapbox under your feet there? Okay, keep going.
So that is what I have to say to the naive American public who have decided to label the NFL as a hostile work environment, or label the Army or the armed services as a hostile work environment.
It's okay.
So Zach, come here. You know what? I appreciate you working out for us. We're gonna probably have to get back to you. Okay, you know.
Absolutely, you have my number. I'm on the left side.
I don't think we have to get back. I think he's on the team. He passed.
Oh, great.
No, I'm not sure that we'll have to get back to you.
Well,
we'll have to get back to. I think we're gonna have to get back to him. But
all right, you're the boss, man. I mean,
But I appreciate your time. I really do appreciate your time. Just wondering.
Good work. If you need another.
Do you have any buddies?
Yeah, I can come tomorrow.
Okay, come tomorrow.
Or the next day.
Okay. We'll let you
Any
know.
day.
Okay.
Any day you want me to play.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Great. See ya.
Oh my gosh.
I think it was the right fielder. Actually, I'm trying to remember. I think it was the Rockies' right fielder. He was good. He had like a he had a really good name. It was like Yom Tov or something like that. Shabbos. No.
I believe his name was
Holiday.
No, Larry Walker. I believe was his name. Larry Walker.
That might have been it.
That might have been before your.
It might have been it.
Okay.
I'm a little rusty.
A little rusty. So, did you play any little league growing up?
Oh yeah, I was great. I used to come in. They would put me behind the right fielder. I think it was the right fielder. I was like backup right field. Like any balls that went past everyone else, like I was on it.
The Tough Mudder is a 13-mile adventure race where you, usually with a bunch of your buddies, run up a mountain, get electrified, shocked, dunked underwater, have to climb things, carry things, get shot with snow cannons and stuff like that. It's a lot like learning Gemara.
So why do people do this?
Because they don't have girlfriends.
Он получил очень хорошее еврейское образование наравне с общеобразовательной программой. Он получил идишкейт, еврейство в этой школе. Society было все еврейское, не то, что было в России.
No. So the question, Rabbi Friedman, I have is, the umpire is calling you out, and you think you are safe. So will you argue with the umpire?
Oh yeah, I'll let him know.
You'll let him know.
If I'm safe, I'm safe. I'm a team player. I'll make sure the team's behind me.
Okay. So you will ignore the umpire's decision, and you will just kind of do your.
Well,
own
I mean, I'll let them know that I'm safe. And I mean, if I'm safe, I'm safe. You know, an umpire's an umpire, and you know, I gotta give them credit because they put up with a lot of us. But an umpire's an umpire, and at the end of the day, if I'm safe, I mean, I'll get the team to back me on that. I don't think that's a problem.
Football is similar to davening. You get better and better with more and more repetition, and you tighten up your game, you focus, and you end up being successful and meet or exceed your objectives.
Asaf.
Yeah, לא, מנחם, yeah. לא. Yeah, מנוחם. So we're going through these interviews, you know, it's been a long process, but now we actually have to, you know, take all these people we have, form a team, and actually make some positions for them, okay? I just want to start with Avi Bulow, okay? The guy is very athletic, but the one thing about Avi Bulow is that he just has an entourage with him wherever he goes. That's good, because he's got a cheering section. We can put him on one of the corners, then his entourage will be close on the sidelines. We can put him somewhere in the outfield, and the entourage will be on the other side of the fence. Any ideas?
I think keeping him in the infield is better for a few reasons. Number one, like if the guy up at bat hits like a liner down the line, one of his entourage members can catch the foul ball, and that's an out. Whereas if it's on the other side of the fence, it's a home run already. It's not going to really help. I would definitely put him on third base. Okay. I think Avi, let's mark him down on third base.
All right, Avi, third base.
Okay. Suave. We also need, we got to focus a little bit on the outfield.
The outfield, okay, go ahead.
I think after the few interviews that we've done, I think it's obvious to everyone that Yaakov Watkins needs to be in center field, and the reason is obvious.
Okay.
And you tell.
Well, Watkins, he spends at least once a week driving around the entire neighborhood, just staring at a fishing line thread that's hoisted 20 feet in the air. That guy has eagle eyes. It's a kal v'chomer that sure enough, if he can spot a line like that, he'll be able to spot any fly ball no matter how high it is, and he'll be able to position himself to get to that fly ball. So Watkins has to be in the outfield. We're going to put him at right center.
That's left center, I believe. Yeah.
Left center, sorry.
Left center. Okay.
Okay.
Good. You know,
let's talk about pitching. pitcher.
Pitcher is David Susan. is
David Susan.
David is the pitcher for obvious reasons, as you'll explain.
Well, David Susan, he can take a 20 to 30 pound ball and roll it about 10 or 15 yards and basically put it wherever he wants. If he can do that with a 20 to 30 pound ball, Kal Vachomer, he can put a softball about that big wherever he wants. He's our all-star pitcher. You know, this guy bowls 300 games on a regular basis. Right. Susan is our pitcher.
Okay. I want to focus a little on first base over here.
First base.
I know the only member of our team that has actually played baseball professionally is Avram Larimer. And I think first base is perfectly suited for him and his expertise. What he can definitely bring a lot to the team. And now catcher is a very important position as well. But catcher is generally speaking is going to be the position that the least athletic member of your team plays. Aryeh Zussman is polishing for that position, and I think because of what he provides our show with on a weekly basis and on being the Gabins, I think we should give him.
Aryeh is far less athletic than all these other people that are going to be out here. Definitely.
He's the least athletic. Aryeh, the 27-year-old unathletic marijuana man. Okay, and then so Mike is definitely in right. Mike has a new knee. He has a new knee, and he can cover a lot of ground in right.
Mike has a little bit of an age factor, and if that was alone will put him right field,
the chin will neutralize it.
Well, it'll neutralize it. But I'm thinking, because of the new knee, he should go somewhere where there's more action, and that would be left field. So we're gonna put Mike in left field.
Mike in left.
Mike.
So Barry. Barry was I think Baruch Moshe, right? I mean, recently you should see how fast he runs out of Shachris this morning. He rips out of there before I'm telling you, he has some speed. He has some speed.
And now that he's surrendered announcements, he has more he's saving all that vocal energy, for
right field is for him. That's perfect. So the average age of our outfield is about 60.
Okay, so we got to keep that age going.
Dad, right here.
Dad?
Eli Zussman, right there.
Eli Zussman.
In right field.
Okay.
He keeps it under 60.
What do you call him?
Avi Murray.
Avram Morton. No, it can't be Morton. He's got a brother named Morton.
No. So let's go with Avi Murray.
Avi. Well, we have to say Maurice.
Maurice.
His brother's Morty. So.
Got it.
Okay.
Got it. And another unathletic person in second base is generally a pretty
we got hold on. Okay. Before we go on, we've got two more positions left, okay? And we got this whole roster of interview we got to choose from, okay? So we have to be very selective here. Let's just start easy. I want to go to the on-deck circle because we have a position for the on-deck circle. Go ahead.
Right, the on-deck circle is designated for the Rebbe. The Rebbe will be standing there all games throughout the course of the game, davening on our behalf, and that's actually our secret weapon. The Rebbe definitely gets an on-deck circle. Even when we're on defense, he will be standing in the on-deck circle at all times. That's a very important.
So here's a compass. So north, south, east, west. So even in a field like this, he's going to have his back to the field, because he's always going to be diving in the direction toward Yerushalayim.
And don't worry, he
will
not be affected by foul balls in that direction because
he's the Rebbe.
He's the Rebbe. Nothing can affect the Rebbe. That's very important. So,
two more positions.
So at second base, Jack Razi.
Really? After that performance in that interview, Jack Razi?
I think he does struggle with athleticism a little bit. But he's kind of weak. But second base is perfectly suited for him because it doesn't have too much action for Jack. I think he'll be able to manage that position. And then the question is,
one position.
Shortstop is
one position left. Who's it gonna be? One position.
It's gonna be Bob Kirschbaum.
Let's just call him the K-Bomb. That'll be his baseball name. The K-Bomb at shortstop. This team is awesome. What about our alternates?
Okay, so alternates. So we have a few alternates. We got Jose. Jose, he's available. We got Greg. Another quasi-Jew.
What about Sergio from the deli?
Sergio is another possibility.
Yeah, I mean, they say you have to be Jewish, but he's always like Baruch Hashem, you know, this is Hamotzi, this is Mazonos.
And our secret weapon that we have and on the on-deck circle is going to definitely be Larry. Larry H.
Larry H, security guy.
Security guy.
Yeah.
He even has a color Rockies uniform.
We need somebody in the field of bitachon, which is Larry, that will attend every single game.
No,
because if we have bitachon, it doesn't matter what we have out in the field. If we have bitachon that we're going to do our best and that we're going to win, and that's why Larry has to be there at every game.
Yeah, so he doesn't necessarily have to be on the field. I think
maybe he could be like the ball boy or the bat boy or something like that. Bat boy.
I think he doesn't really enjoy playing. I think he would enjoy sitting in the dugout. I think that's a good position for him.
Okay.
And I think we're good to go. I think this is a winning formula for Kehilas Bais.
Our team.
Our KBY team.
Team KBY.
And
with the New York Yankees of the Jewish Softball League of Denver.
And this is our winning team. And you know, go KBY.
It's too bad that neither of us made the team, but that's all right.
That's okay.
We can take it.
Yeah, we can take it.
Yeah, we got Arya on the team.
And we got the Rebbe.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I did once, but I wanted to discuss the beer halacha.
And what about rabbinic institutions speaks to you the most?
Well, it was the beer halacha, but it was Purim, so we were talking about the beer halacha and how you Purim.
And if you were gonna have to give a little Devar Torah on that topic, do you feel like you would be able to convince a crowd that you belong in the rabbinate here?
Is it the rabbinates like where the rabbits are?
In the rabbinate here and for Kehilas Bais Yisroel.
So there's rabbits in Kehilas Bais Yisroel.
And do you think that you would?
Is that?
We're more wondering if you'd be able to educate the rabbits here.
To educate the rabbits in Kehilas Bais Yisroel about the rabbinate.
The rabbinate, exactly.
I see. What type of rabbits are they?
So,